All right, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Sunday, August 22nd. The only thing I can think of right now is don't do it, John B. Don't do it, John B. If you don't watch Outer Banks, you don't know that that's just my impression of the entire show. I've been binging Outer Banks like a teenage girl, maybe just a teenage person. God, that show is good. That's what Gossip Girl should have been, not the original one, the new one. It had nothing to do with each other. Whatever. Here I am. I am back. And I had quite the weekend. You guys know I like to do a once a week AMA, Ask Me Anything. So that's what today's show is. I'm probably going to be here for a tight 30. Going to keep it to a tight 30. Tight 30 minutes because we've got a lot of stuff going on for World Girls today. We have World Girls Patreon hangout. We've got a World Girls live stream tonight where we're giving Lego Building a whirl. Dee is having some major body issues right now, and Steph is jamming back from San Diego. So, there's just a ton of World Girls. What's the word for drama when it's not dramatic? Shit. World Girls shit going on. So I'm just going to be here for a little bit with you guys. So ask me anything, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer, super chat in. Right here in the chat, getting your questions, comments, concerns, advice, things that y'all need. In the meantime, though, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my badass weekend. God, life is better when you are not miserable. I don't know how to describe that better than I just did. Life is better when you're not miserable. And the thing is, as a depressed person, I always have like some little level of sadness or depression, and it rears its ugly fucking head in the worst moments. But in general, right now, I'm happy for the first time in so long. And life is better because I'm happy. I don't know whether I'm happy because life is better or life is better because I'm happy. I think a combination of both. But I'm just sharing that with any of you guys who are feeling like fucking ass right now. You just never know when you're not going to feel like that. That's the fucking point. That's why we all have to hang on to. If you feel like ass, keep going, because you never know when you're just not going to feel like that anymore. So that. Shout out to Garth McMurray for recognizing my WBCN shirt. Yeah, I love this thing. The Rock of Boston. My dad got this for me. I've told you guys before, my dad doesn't really believe in like birthday presents because he's like, what did you do? Or Hanukkah presents because he is an atheist or agnostic at this point. But he does believe in whenever he thinks of something that really reminds me of him and I've accomplished something that he thinks is great, he sends me shirts, these vintage rock t-shirts. And sometimes they're for a band, sometimes it's a concert he promoted. And this one he sent me like a year ago. And it's WBCN, which is the rock station in Boston. If you're from Boston, you know what WBCN is. It's the jam, or was. So yeah, this is a cool old school shirt for sure. Get in those questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Would love to hear from all of you guys. I hope you had a great weekend. And if not, I hope that you have a better week. And if not, I know good days are around the corner to come. We are coming out of this fucking pandemic. We are also heading back into it in a weird way. We're doing both things. But I know if you're a rock star, you're doing your motherfucking part to make sure that we get out of this as soon as possible. Let's go into the Streamlabs, see what's happening in here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. The first one coming through from the Zenist of Glens, Zen Glenn Caesar, who says, hello and happy World Girl Sunday. Roxy and all your nicknames, sending well wishes. And a thank you for hanging out. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you, your dad, Sky, Jet, Grammy, Papo, and your family. Please be most excellent to yourselves. Me butchering something that I read every day, and each other. RJ and Rockstar's band, I hope you keep breathing in and out fully, deeply. Keep eternalizing. I love myself. I accept myself. I embrace myself, and find balance so you can be truly be you and continue to be a friendly support pillar of strength for the people around you. Everyone who shows up to give this support, say it with me now, whatever. However, they can't, when it gets tough, even if you're by yourself, you're not alone. Everyone who's battling, please keep on fighting because you're a winner. Every win for you is a win for all. I hope you find and do what brings you smiles, laughter, joy, and maybe even bliss today in each of your days, your weeks, months, and even your years. So you glow in the flow and radiate because you're a priceless treasure and a necessity. You're fully unique, you're kind, you're caring, and being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, makes you humane, worthy, and a bright, shiny star. Your story's important deserves to be seen and heard. Thank you, Glenn. We appreciate you. I just noticed also before Glenn sent that in, after last week's show at almost midnight, Christian Hardesty said, "Hey, Roxy, hope you're having a good weekend. Forget that ex-boyfriend. You look fucking fine with the red lipstick. XOXO. P.S. That was fine as in hot, not as in fine." I got it. Thank you, Christian. You rock. I appreciate that. You are the greatest. Also, after the show, I think we got one from Sir Joker 40, who said BFFR, being a rocks anomaly. Never let your crown tilt. I like that. Never let your sparkle be dulled by haters. Sending out bad bitch vibes for you. Showing my little sis love because she's a boss. Hashtag always Roxy. Hashtag Joker Bunny gang, gang, gang. Love and poetry. 9/25/21. Ooh, September 25th. Damn, that's right around the corner. Shout out to all you guys for being in here and keeping me sane through the last multiple years of my life. Much love to every single one of you guys, including John Bainbridge, Ryan Payne, Sina Bigelow, French Taunter, John Get Bent, Redford Reddington, Mohammed Belsin, Alex G, Garth McMurray, Bryce Ratliff, Austin Kramer, Jake Yacovetta, Real Talk with Silos, Stormy Woods, Zeno Hour, Steve Cauldron, Todd Fayer, who says, "Roxy, I still do not know how to boil water. Somebody help Todd." ZB, and all of the other people who are joining us live today. Really appreciate you guys being here. Going back into the Streamlabs for this AMA Ask Me Anything kind of show. Hitman Hudson says, "Move-in has been mediocre. I've had trouble meeting people, and also it's 100 degrees outside still. It's nice to be consistently around people my own age for the first time in a long time, Roxy. I cannot recommend DS9 enough." And before I moved in, I was watching, Deep Space Nine. Is that what you're talking about? Like old school Deep Space Nine? And before I moved in, I was watching Ted Lasso with my mom, and that show is incredible. Do you have any TV recommendations for me? I love Ted Lasso also. I really do. And I'm sorry that the move has been mediocre. Sometimes it's just fucking hard to make friends. Like, I don't know about everybody else here, but I remember getting to college and being like, oh my God, how do I make friends? And then I remember starting my first job and being like, how the fuck do I make friends? And then every phase in life, it's like, how do I make fucking friends? So I totally get that. And hang in, stick with it. You'll find your people. In terms of TV recommendations, thought this season of Dave was excellent. I know I've recommended Rami in the past, but I think that show is really phenomenal. If you haven't watched Pen 15, I'm just thinking of the funny ones because that's kind of what's getting me through right now. I started Outer Banks. It's really good. It's dramatic. It's mystery. It kind of reminds me of like a Desperate Housewives kind of thing, but for younger kids. So I'm digging that. Yeah, those are some. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Alexander Wilson says, life is better because you are in your 30s. Is that true, Alexander Wilson? I don't know. Parts of life in my 20s were really great, but parts of it were a lie. A lie. I tell you, a lie. Leonard Kim says, happy Sunday, Dimple Tits. Roxy, happy to hear you're feeling happy and in positive mood. Fingers crossed that leaks into your new week. Yes, I love that you're into Outer Banks. It's awesome. Who are you rooting for on Big Brother? I'm really into the Cookout. I think that this is an alliance that actually is going to stick together as opposed to all other alliances. I think Hannah is like my favorite ever. She's so fucking great. I really like her a lot. So that's Big Brother. I'm glad that you're into Outer Banks too. Who else in here watches Outer Banks? Stormy Wood says, I just started Outer Banks today. Never Have I Ever is fantastic. Yeah, Never Have I Ever is an excellent show. I love that too. I binged season 2 in like a day. It was really excellent. So that's a good rec. You guys let me know, what are your recs? And AMA, Ask Me Anything, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, or right here in the super chat if you so please. So this weekend was really fun. I, on Friday, went out with Darina. Dee and I went to see Mark Ellis at the Comedy Store. And it was, I don't know what, I don't know what was in the air. It was maybe the best comedy show I've ever seen in my life. Dee and I were both like, holy shit. It was not even the biggest comedians that I've seen there. Cause when last time I was there, Mark Maron was there, Bill Burr was there, like these huge heavy hitters. This was just filled with people who have clearly been working for a long time, and every joke was landing. At the Comedy Store in Los Angeles, there's multiple different rooms. There's the main room, there's the original room, there's the belly room. And this was in the original room, which I have not spent a lot of time in. I usually am in the main room, but I have seen some shows in here. It's a lot more intimate of a setting. They are requiring proof of vaccination now, which is really interesting. And for people like me, really exciting because you feel more comfortable in that room. And so it's a tighter room. Everybody in there has to provide proof of vaccination. So when you get in there, once you sit at your table, you're allowed to take your mask off. It's a 2-drink minimum. It doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage, though. So as far as things are concerned, it's like a night out. You're spending a little bit of money, but I really felt like this was like such a cute date night between me and Dee. We had so much fun. Mark brought down the house. Every comedian did. We were laughing our asses off. They had mezcal, so Dee was really happy. And it was just a night of fun. It was really fucking fun. Dee came and picked me up. We stopped at a taco truck on the way. And it was so nice. At some point, I was like thinking to myself, like, oh, we should film TikTok talks for World Girls, or, oh, we should talk about this thing and that thing. And then I was just like, you know what, Roxy, you never, ever give yourself a night. Like, just have fun with Dee tonight. And we really did. And she's just such a great partner in crime, and talked about a bajillion different things. We went with Mark afterwards for burgers and French fries, and just like had a hell of a time, and it was great. And I couldn't have been happier to spend my Friday night with them. Woke up on Saturday, did a little work, and then I went to take Grammy to go get our nails done. When we were getting our nails done, this woman came in. Grammy and I got in a fucking stupid tiff on the way to get our nails done because I asked her to wear a new mask. She wears these disposable masks, but she wears them multiple times. And I tell her they're disposable for a reason. You wear it once and then you dispose of it. But she thinks that, like, if she wears it for a short period of time, that she should keep it and wear it again. And I just feel more comfortable with her every time she puts on a mask, wearing a new mask. So we got in this fucking tiff about it because I was like, I never asked you for anything. Why are you making such a big deal of this? I'm just trying to keep you safe. And she's like, because this is logical and blah, blah, blah. Whatever it was, I think she's dead ass in the wrong. She thinks I'm dead ass in the wrong. We were in such a fucking annoyed mood. But then we get to the nail salon. We make up in the car because what am I going to do? Stay mad at her? I can't be mad at her for more than 0.2 seconds. I love her too much. And so we end up going inside. When we're in there, I was planning, just scratch this. I was planning on going back to my sparkly self, doing like a pink sparkle or a clear sparkle on my nails. And then this other woman walked in, and she just had this fucking bomb ass energy. She was like, she seemed like a boss bitch. And she was getting this big red apple red on her nails. And so I turned to the girl who does my nails, who I'm fucking obsessed with. And I was like, I think we'd go red. She was like, if you're feeling it, we're feeling it. And so I did. I haven't gotten red nails in like, years. And I'm living for them right now. I know that this is such a silly, but like, it just made me feel fucking cool. And like, I don't know, there's something sexy and dangerous about red nails. That's the lamest thing I've ever said in my whole fucking life. But I just put them on my face. I was like, oh, I love these. I love my red nails. And the person who does my nails told me that red is a lucky color, and I'm down for that. And Andrew W. says red is power. Yes. Ferris says the nails look nice. Stormy says, I love the red nails. Garth's into them. Glenn's into them. Yes, 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 with the red nails. Philly says, love a woman in red. It felt like I told you guys I was used to not wear red lipstick because my ex thought that I looked ugly in red lipstick. And so I kind of like nixed red from things. And now I've just been noticing, like last night when I went out, I wore a red shirt. I got these red nails. I'm just like finding my red again because I love red. Red is spicy. It's fiery. Red is fucking the shit. And so I wanted it on my nails. So I got it. And I'm just excited about that. I don't know why I just spent 2 minutes explaining to you guys why I got red nails. But anyway, I went and did that with Grammy. Then, because I had taken her to get her nails done because I promised I'd do that for her birthday, but it was closed on her birthday day. Then I took her out for lunch. So we went to get sushi, which we never do with Papa because Papa doesn't eat sushi. So that was a fun girls' day. And we got sushi and the place was awesome. I had like the most delicious roll ever. Then we went home and then I had my friend Bree, if you guys were AfterBuzz people, Brianna Phipps, who I know from AfterBuzz, and Kelsey, who I know from, she produces Maria's show, Better Together. We all were getting dinner last night together and we went, and it was just nice to be able to catch up with my coworkers who I haven't seen in a really long time because we've been doing so many Zooms and people were in different places. Like Kels was back east and Bree has been up north. And so nobody's been in the same place. But now the pandemic is kind of not wrapping up because I know it's ramping back up, but people are kind of coming back here. It was really cool to be able to go get dinner together. And then some funny ass shit took place last night, which I will tell you guys all about. But in the meantime, Streamlabs and streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Ask me anything, questions, comments, concerns, whatever it is that you need. Wow, I just went and checked and there was no Streamlabs since the last Big Brother question from Leonard Kim. What are y'all asleep? This is the AMA show. This is where you get to ask me whatever the fuck you want to ask me. Y'all just don't. I leave for a minute and it's just not the same. I swear you guys are feeling butthurt that I went to Ohio, and I get it. I told you guys I would try really hard not to leave you guys, and I tried. But I'm back and I'm ready, baby. Shout out to everybody else joining live who is coming through in the middle of the stream. Mickey Bell, Tori Wiley, and all of our other friends, Jared Goss, Philly Jackson, Ferris McDonough. Appreciate everybody for showing up and showing out. Don't forget to like, tell your friends, subscribe, all that good shit. So last night when we were out, one of the places that I was this place called Soho House, which I've told you guys about. And there's some really great business connections there because it's an artists only kind of place. So like the people who go there are always in the entertainment industry or artists of some sort. And I just have made a lot of great connections there and met some really awesome people. But there's also some really, really douchey people and people who have a lot of entitlement there and a lot of rich kids. So when I say kids, I don't even mean they're young. So you get an interesting crowd sometimes. And when I was there, it was, there was some funny, I don't know why, I don't know if this happens to any of you guys. Since I've been back from filming the movie, I've really decided that like, I don't give a flying fuck that I'm single anymore. Before I left, I was really focused on the fact that I was single and I was like dating all these people and like, I'm going to find my partner. And I was hating everybody and just was like, just grossed out by everybody. And you guys know me, I'm slow as shit. So it's not even like I'm sleeping with anybody. It's just like fucking dinners and drinks with people that you don't care about, whatever. That can be fun for people at some points, but I wasn't enjoying it because I didn't feel like doing it. And so there's something about going on this trip where I was filming a movie and I was so happy and by myself and I didn't have to call anybody or answer to anybody or whatever it was, that I just felt fucking happy. And so when I came back, I was like, I like just don't want to put energy into this right now. It's not that I'm closed off to it, but I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like finding, like actively looking for somebody or like going on all of these like ancillary dates with anybody who asks, because you just never know. And whatever it was, I just didn't feel like it. So I kind of like, again, not closed off, but I just was like, I don't care. And since I did that, it is so fucking funny because everywhere I go, I felt like previously wherever I was, and granted we were in a pandemic, but people weren't talking to me, people weren't looking at me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm giving off some weird energy. And now that I really don't give a flying fuck anymore, just like I used to, this is now when it's douchebag city coming up to me. Like people are just like, it's a weird fucking energy that I'm putting out where I'm getting approached again by whatever. So anyway, last night there was a bunch of people who were approaching, and also I'm with two beautiful fucking other girls, so could have nothing to fucking do with me. But there are people approaching us and start a conversation, which is nice because I like talking to random people. I like hearing people's stories and whatever. But one of the guys who came up to us, it was unbelievable. He came over and he said, the first thing he said, I think, was, "Where are you from?" Which is like a very abrupt hello, like ask our names first or something. But I think he said, "Where are you from?" And then he asked our names, and then he was wearing this big, I had said, "Where are you from?" And he had said that he was from Mumbai, but lived here. And I didn't ask what he did, but he said he owned Dropbox, like the company Dropbox. And obviously I know, he was like, "Do you know Dropbox?" Obviously I know Dropbox. Later on, I looked up who owned Dropbox. It was certainly not this guy. So who the fuck knows? Maybe he works there and just like lied about his position, or maybe he doesn't work there at all. People fucking make shit up all the time. But anyway, he was wearing this big, oversized Sesame Street sweatshirt. And I did a TikTok about this. So that's how Glenn, don't spoil it. So he was wearing this big, oversized Sesame Street sweatshirt. And it had every character on it. And so I said to him, "Are you a big Sesame Street guy?" Because that seemed like a natural thing to say. And at this point, also, I don't think any of us are interested in him, but I'm just making conversation because I'm a friendly person. And he was like, "What's Sesame Street?" Or "Who's Sesame Street?" And I was like, "Sesame Street, like on your shirt, the TV show." And he said, "I have somebody buy all my clothes. I have no idea what you're talking about." I said, "Look at your shirt. What do you think that is?" He was like, "I have no idea. Just a bunch of characters." I was like, that's Sesame Street characters. He was like, "What's Sesame Street?" I was like, it's a show. It's a Big Bird." And then I just pointed at everything. Elmo. That's Oscar. The Count. And he was just like, "I'm so sorry. I don't know." And like a rude ass bitch, I couldn't fucking help myself. I started laughing so hard in his face, I keeled over. And I was like, "You're wearing a Sesame Street shirt and you've never heard of Sesame Street. That's the lamest thing I've ever fucking heard." And I just died laughing, was laughing so hard in his face that to my friend, he kept being like, "I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Somebody bought this. I don't know." And I felt bad because he obviously felt like such a fucking moron that he finally just walked away. Because I was laughing so hard, I couldn't even fucking breathe. I was laughing so hard. It's just like, it's happened to me before where somebody will be wearing like an AC/DC shirt and I'll say something to them along the lines of like, "Oh, do you love AC/DC? Like, what's your favorite song?" Just trying to start conversation, and they can't name a single AC/DC song. But at least they know AC/DC is a band, I still think it's weird to wear a band shirt when you don't know a single song of theirs. But okay, people do different things. They like the aesthetic, whatever. But to not even know that it's a show on your shirt. It's not even like he's not ever seen Sesame Street. He's never heard of Sesame Street. Also, what rock have you been living under that you've never heard of Sesame Street? Like what? And when he walked away, my friend was like, "Do you think he was lying?" And it's like, there's no way, because that made him look so stupid. I do think he's lying about the Dropbox thing. I don't think he's lying about fucking Sesame Street because of what a Momo. It was so fucking funny. Gosh, people, get your shit together. That was one funny moment. There were more. I'll tell you soon. Going to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's see. John Bainbridge said, "I missed your return because I was out of town with family for a week and offline most of the day. Good times were had by all. So congrats on your awesome film adventure. I can't wait to hear more about it when you can say more about it." Thanks, John. Appreciate you. I hope that your family adventure was great. You said good times were had by all, so it sounds like it was. And yeah, I've talked a little bit about it in the past streams and gave a little bit of a synopsis. But any other questions you guys have, of course, ask them and I'll do the best I can to answer them. Leonard Kim says, "Simply curious, what music have you been listening to lately?" So I made a playlist. For Lola because it's like a 35 song playlist to get me in the mood of playing Always Lola. And since I've been home, I've been still listening to it. It's a lot of like things that are current right now that I didn't know, musicians I didn't know that are like hot with the kids right now. And then also like teenage angsty stuff. But I don't know why. It's just bringing me back and making me kind of happy. Yeah, I could tell you guys some of the songs on the playlist. Let's see. Let's go into it. Some of them I didn't know before I made the playlist, and they just felt like a vibe that was like her. And then some of them I knew a little bit more of. But okay, the playlist is called Lola. All right. On here, Under Pressure, David Bowie and Queen, Downtown Magical Clouds, which is a song that you guys know I talk about. I love that fucking song. Julia Michaels, What a Time, which is apparently the kids are listening to. Good Without, the kids are listening to also. Mimi Webb, How Old Do I Sound When I Say That? Want You Back, Haim, Begging for Thread by Banks, Hollywood by RAC, Rack. A lot of Robins on here. Bodines are on here. Feel like I don't want to give too much away, but some of the things that I've been listening to, hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of a playlist and a little bit of a window into my soul. Also going through into the Streamlabs, Tori, X Rose. Oh, it looks so cute with the X. Hey, Roxy, are you able to chat a bit about the pay-per-view match from Friday? Miss seeing you there. You bring so much wonderful energy to every match you're a part of. Thank you so much. I don't know. Am I allowed to talk about it? Is that the Jeff match? You guys let me know. Jake, tell me if I'm allowed to talk about it or what I'm allowed to talk about it or what exactly you guys saw. That would be helpful for me. Jake Giacavetta in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer says it's never worth putting energy into something you're not feeling. You do you. Exactly. Like all of my friends who are on apps and stuff, they're like, oh, it's so miserable. And I'm like, well, I've never been on one, but I'm like, then just get off. If you're not having fun, then fucking don't. Jake says you're allowed to. Tell me the match you guys are talking about and tell me what you saw. And if you have specific questions, I'll try to answer them. Mark says Jeff match, no manager. Yeah. I saw I don't know what I could say. Ask me questions about it. I love Jeff. You guys know he's my fucking homie. So yeah, I don't know what I'm allowed. What exactly the question is about it. It sucks that I wasn't there. I think a lot of players, some players are influenced by having a manager. Some are not as influenced. I think that Jeff and I are a team. We really are. And with Draco leaving this year and me not being able to be there because I was gone, I missed 4 matches while I was gone. That sucked. And I think a lot of my players really could use me in their corner, the support. And yeah, the Jeff one, I think that it really, really sucked that I wasn't there. That really, really sucked. I think we could have had maybe even a different outcome. When you talk about with Ryan Payne, when you say the 5-pointer, are you asking my thoughts on the 5-pointer or where are you at with it? What are you thinking? Streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Also in here, Leonard Kim says, what's in your ideal create your own omelet? I was like, my ideal, and then it's on multiple lines. I don't know. I know cheese is an option. My dad used to make me omelets growing up. I don't usually order them when I'm somewhere because I prefer scrambled, especially because I don't do cheese. So it doesn't really hold it together. But in an omelet, I like a fully loaded, the same way I like my salads. I like an omelet fully loaded. I like an omelet that has bacon and onions and mushrooms and garlic. I love garlic in an omelet. I know that most people don't. And tomatoes and broccoli. Like I'll fucking throw mad shit in there. Meat on meat. All of that. Yeah, so Tori Wiley says, do you think having a faith-based question is fair? So to be 100% honest, I don't. However, we are aware of the movies that are eligible to be asked. This was a movie that was eligible to be asked about. And had I had an issue with it as a manager, it's something that I should have addressed prior to a question about it being asked, knowing that this was something that could have taken place. So that's on me, not on the question writers. But I do think that it is not legitimate for faith-based movies and faith-based questions to be involved. And it was unfortunate that it was a Christian movie being asked to a Jew. That was an unfortunate coincidence. But again, I put that on myself that if I had an issue with that movie being in there and I was being more diligent, I would have addressed that previously. Moving forward, I will be on the looks for that because I think that's wrong. And I should have said something prior. So that's how I feel about that. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. LL says, I watched this YouTube channel called Therapist in Seattle because he had a 6-part series with Craig and Katie's Breakdown. Craig and Katie's Breakdown. Who are Craig and Katie's Breakdown? Highly recommend it for you both because you eventually want to find your person. And as an actress who cares about where emotions come from. Who are Craig and Katie? Am I an idiot? I have no idea who Craig and Katie are. They're these big celebs that I should be more aware of. Oh boy. Oh boy. Shout out to everybody joining me live right now. This is an AMA and Ask Me Anything. So don't forget to Streamlabs and streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer to get in your questions, comments, concerned. Let Bryce, some people are saying, what's a faith-based movie? Bryce Ratliff says, for example, like God's Not Dead, Passion of the Christ, movies that are made for a specific religious audience. But I really that is on me and not on them for me to have said something earlier than I did. Thank you, Jake Yacovetta, my amazing mod, for putting in this link to the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. We are going to be getting out of here relatively soon, so get in any last-minute questions, comments, concerns. If you guys need advice on anything, if you have questions about Schmodown, Always Lola, things going on with World Girls, anything going on in the day of Roxy, etc. LL says, Greg and Katie. Oh, I was like, who the fuck is Craig? Greg and Katie from The Bachelorette, because you talked about it in the episode. Oh, got it, L. Thank you for adding that. Interesting. Yeah, it's so wild. People think that he was gaslighting her, and I just feel like they were just not meant to be at the end of the day. I don't know. John Lestrina in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer said, Dom would have beat both Craig and Katie, amateurs. F9? Now do I have to start saying F10? What is F10 going to be called? Somebody let me know. Pink Sweets in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, oh, hey. Oh, no, LOL, I missed it. Oh, well, I will watch it back. Do you have a favorite YouTuber? I know you mentioned before that you watch Real Rejects. Do you watch anyone else we probably wouldn't have guessed? Okay, have a good day. Your nails look sick. Thanks, Pink Sweets. Yeah, I do watch Real Rejects. I love their stuff. I also love Heavy Spoilers. Heavy Spoilers channel is the fucking shit. So I really, really dig that. I'm trying to think of other YouTubers that I watch. I check out whatever my friends are doing. Like I'll check in on whether it's on whatever platform, whatever Trisha's doing, Hirschberger or Maud, or some of the people in the space. Obviously, I check in on GPA all the time, Good People Association, on SEN, on Screen Junkies, the places that I've been. Those are some of the things. Whatever Perry's doing, some of our homies in the space. But as a fan, just for people that and I know the Real Rejects, but I don't know them well. I watch their stuff because I think it's great. And Heavy Spoilers, I think, does such a great job too. Oh, and I always used to watch and still sometimes Jeremy John stuff because he is a friend of mine too. But I think he does a great job with his movies, his reviews. Andrew Thomas says, happy Sunday, beautiful rock star Roxy. Just got back from Awesome Con in DC and it was awesome and COVID safe. Wow. What did they do to make it COVID safe? How did you feel that it was COVID safe? I would love to know more about what precautions they took and how the actual con ran. That sounds cool. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Leonard Kim says, as we're approaching the new season, how do you feel about the Pats? I feel good about them, but I don't want to get too overconfident. In Belichick we trust. Yeah, I agree with in Belichick we trust. I think a lot of people are looking at this as a building year for the Patriots. So if we go in with that mentality and we think of it as a building year, then we can't be let down. But I feel pretty good, and it could end up being more than just a building year for us. You just never fucking know. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Do your job. Mark Jason Ali with that big support. Fuck yeah, Mark. Needed that. It has been a tough one. Mark says, hey, Rox, just showing support. Hell yeah, Mark. How are you? Glad you're back. Really proud of you with the film. Do you know when Always Lola will be released in the UK? Don't get into trouble if you aren't allowed to talk about it. Take care. I'm not allowed to talk about it, but also the truth is that I don't know. The release schedule is a little TBD. Right now, we are in post-production. Post-production can always take a long time. It can take anywhere from months to over a year. So I will keep you guys posted whenever that's available for you to see in whatever form, the first to know about it. The second that I know and I'm given permission to say, I'll make sure it's very, very clear for you guys, because I want you guys to see this fucking movie. You haven't been able to see me really act. So it will be cool. I mean, small things, not small things, but in like shorter things. But yeah, this is like a full-blown fucking movie. It's a full-blown fucking movie. Any last minute things, get them in now, because I am getting out of here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Don't forget, we have a World Girl Sunday. We are putting together Baby Grogu. The second part of that, our Lego, I was going to say competition. It's not really a competition. Our Lego thing. And you guys are the one who taught me that it's Lego, not Legos. Look how smart I am now. So much love to all of you guys. Don't forget to watch that tonight at 7. If you are a patron and are joining us for our hangout, that is at 4. If you are just tuning in for Live at the Roxy, I'll be back here tomorrow at 1. And I think that, and if you're in St. Louis, I'm back on tomorrow on the Carney Show with Julie Buck. So for my St. Louis people, I do a radio show every Monday morning. A lot of people still don't know that I do that, but I do. All right, much love, my friends. Stay safe, stay sane. Oh, some shout outs for you guys who did join live. Glenn Caesar, Bryce Ratliff, Jeremy King, Joseph Ashley, Andrew W., Ryan Payne, Mark Jason Ali, Nick Bethel, John Bainbridge, Andrew Thomas, Hour. Keep scrolling. Eric Lane, Movie Master 83, Bryce Ratliff, Stormy Woods, George Bentley, Tori Wiley. Let's see. Try to give shout outs to all. George Pruitt, Spirit Channels. It's just so hard when I'm scrolling. French Taunter. And everybody here. Thank you guys for being here. Stay safe, stay sane. Put down the toilet seat and lid. We don't want those paflooms. Make your bed. Blow on your internet. That's how you check on it. Don't trumpet the Holocaust. Oh, there's been some fucking horrible stories. I can talk more about that tomorrow, but yikes. Brett Miles, Jonathan, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All 3 of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Justice for all the people who lost their lives due to excessive force. Love you guys lots. And I will see you later tonight for War Girls and tomorrow later.